This is the sixth tractor that I've brought down from my in-laws' place. It's an old Fordson Major E27N from England. And this one is the one that I've chosen to adopt. I've always had a soft spot for Fordson tractors. I had a couple of Dextas back in the day. I had a gasoline Dexta and a diesel Super Dexta, and I loved them. I've always been on the lookout for a small Fordson, you know, a Fordson Standard, a Fordson F, a Fordson N, but they're few and far between, and they're kind of expensive. So this one shares a lot of the same, you know, thinking and components. The engine layout is kind of the same as the old school Fordson. So I think I'm going to take this one on, and we'll keep it around here for a little while and see what we can do with it. So at the in-laws' place, it was basically lawn art. It's been sitting outside unused for, oh boy, 10 or 15 years. So what we've done, I know the entire fuel system is poisoned, but I've gone and thrown a battery in it. And the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of see if I can get the engine to turn over with the starter. I've already stuck a bar in the front. The engine is free, it turns. It's not seized. So we're going to try and get it winding over a bit with the starter. Then when I'm happy with that, we'll check it for spark and see if the ignition is producing any spark. Because the ignition on this is a little bit of a cobbled up thing. Right here, down in this area here, there's supposed to actually be a Lucas magneto. Those Lucas magnetos, it's a pretty common one. It's a LF4, I think, or L4F, Lucas magneto. They use them on lots of things, but they're pretty famous. It's got a 2-to-1 gear reduction inside it, and they're fiber gears, and they always crap out. They were crapped out on this one. So what we did, we used a right angle thing from some kind of right angle adapter from an electric drill or something, and a distributor from a Fordson. And lo and behold, we got it running with that, and that's how it always ran. I've got the magneto, and I hope to find the parts to repair it, and we'll put the mag back on it. But for now, that's what we've got, so that's what we work with. Anyway, let's get up here. So I've gone ahead, hooked up the battery. There's 4 switches here. As near as I can tell, these 2 are probably for lights. I'm guessing that's ignition and that's the starter. So we're going to make sure she's in neutral. Yeah. And let's see what happens, if anything. Holy Toledo. Look at that. She's winding over. Okay. Now I'm going to get my spark checker and we'll check for spark. There's the magneto for it. Hopefully I can be able to find the parts to fix it. Alright, so got our handy dandy spark tester installed there. So I'm going to flip the ignition on and we'll turn it over a bit and see if we see any sparkies. I see no sparkies. Let's flick on some more switches, shall we? No. Alright, we'll have a look at the points. Okay, let's try it now. There's another one. Okay. Alright, so I went ahead and made sure there's some engine oil in it. The next thing I'm going to do is pull this intake hose or whatever this is off. And I'm just going to put a little ether down it and see if she'll cough to life on... See if she'll cough to life on some ether. Let's try that. Alright, so here goes nothing. Oh, she kicked a little bit there. Okay, so there's life there.